David Benavidez is not hype. He is a dominant champion, a pressure machine, a man who can take your soul by drowning you in volume. He breaks rhythm, confidence, and bodies. But Dmitry Bivol is the ultimate test, because Bivol does not fight chaos with chaos. He brings the matrix, the science of boxing, cold timing, and is a genius under pressure. So let's talk about the jab. Bivol's jab is world class, not just a scoring punch, but a weapon of control. Against Canelo, he threw 418 jabs. Against Beterbiev, he threw 255 jabs. There was discipline, timing, and the science of boxing. Now, Benavidez has faced pressure, power, and toughness. But has he faced a jab this technical, this consistent, this intelligent, and this exhausting for 12 rounds? Think of this. Rhythm creates monsters, but Bivol's jab breaks rhythm completely from the start. So let's talk about footwork. Now, when Benavidez faced Zurdo had sized, but he lacked elite footwork. Now, Bivol's feet are part of his defense, not just movement. He steps away from danger, pivots before combinations build, and uses angles to nullify punch opportunities. Footwork is boxing's hidden genius because it decides where the fight happens. Benavidez still needs a target, and Bivol does not stay still, panic, or admire his work. Think of this. Pressure only works when the target is there, waiting for him. And then there's ring IQ. Benavidez has never faced anyone with Bivol's boxing intelligence. Ring IQ is partly about adaptation, and Bivol showed elite adaptation against Canelo and Beterbiev. Against Canelo, he controlled distance and stayed calm under traps. Against Beterbiev, he adjusted to relentless pressure. That is creativity inside discipline, the matrix of high-level boxing. Benavidez brings danger, but Bivol brings answers, patience, calculation, and control. Think of this. Power asks questions, but intelligence changes the exam completely every single round. So let's talk about the flow, or stopping the flow, or going through phases. Boxers often enter a flow where one punch becomes three, three becomes six, and six become a storm. Benavidez, he lives in that place, definitely. Beterbiev lives there too. He keeps punching until the man accepts defeat. But Bivol does not let opponents punch in phases without consequence, and that's crucial. If you unload on Bivol, he unloads back. Not wild, not emotional, it's technical, sharp, immediate. Psychologically, that destroys fighters because they realize once a fence is no longer freedom, every attack has a real cost, and every rush is met with strong resistance, absolute resistance. So think of this. Benavidez wants a conversation where only he speaks, but Bivol answers every single sentence. And of course, we have to mention the Soviet system, because the Soviet system brings a different variable. It brings a different variable to the equation. It is like, in a sense, fighting a southpaw, not because of the stance, but because the rhythm feels deeply unfamiliar to the opponent. The balance, the straight punches, the disciplined guard, the exits after punching, everything is built on structure. Structure is important. Bivol is a master of this system, but he is not robotic. He has creativity inside the order. He can look simple while making elite decisions under stress, fire, and pressure. That is why the system becomes genius. He has shown that he is structured, but he also has high-level creativity. Think of this. Benavidez may understand pressure, but Bivol understands systems, and systems are designed to solve problems. So let's talk about variables. And there are always variables. A damaged left shoulder may mean that you can't jab effectively or block effectively. That could affect an outcome. A sparring partner hurting you in camp could affect your confidence, and that confidence could affect your performance. A bad tactic given to you by a trainer could turn a guaranteed win into a guaranteed loss. There are so many variables and they can revolve around injuries and camps. Bivol, from what I've heard, has had back surgery. And surgery can affect various things. It can affect rotation, explosiveness, confidence, and movement. But Benavidez has also carried injuries before. What does this mean? It means that both bodies matter. Sparring, tactics, recovery, and timing will decide which blueprint survives or which blueprint will be successful. Think of this. Styles make fights, but bodies decide whether the styles will work. So how does Benavidez win? Well, first of all, Benavidez needs to be Benavidez. He mustn't be someone else. In other words, he needs to maintain his identity. And when I say identity, I'm talking about his boxing identity. And what is his boxing identity? It's pressure, volume, body shots, combinations, violence. But he must prepare for the elite jab, footwork, ring IQ, and the fact that Bivol will not allow those 10 punch combinations to go without receiving punishment. His own footwork, his own front foot pressure is vital. He cannot just follow Bivol, he must cut him off, make him work. Against Zerdo, Benavidez stole rounds by increasing his work rate at the end, using that drill to control perception. And that's clever, that shows intelligent boxing, and that's part of the ring IQ matrix. Think of this, Benavidez does not need to outbox Bivol, he needs to make Bivol fight every single second. So how big is this fight? And naturally a lot of big fights are big in different ways. The Inoue Nakatani fight was big in Japan, it was also big to the world, but it was huge in Japan. The recent war between Daniel Dubois and Fabry Wardley was big within the British context. This fight is huge because it is cultural, it is technical, and it is economic. So what does Benavidez represent? He represents Mexican-American pressure, entertainment, volume, and violence. Bivol represents discipline, Soviet schooling, control, and the science of boxing. The money is global because America watches Benavidez. Hardcore fans, they respect Bivol, and international markets understand legacy. It is not only pay-per-view, it is philosophy, pressure against perfection, chaos against the matrix, soul taker against the technician. Think of this. Every great fight is really an argument, and this one argues danger against discipline. So how does Bivol beat Benavidez? How does he destroy Benavidez? Jab, jab, step, counter, jab, reset. He refuses the storm, figuratively speaking, breaks the rhythm, punishes flow and turns pressure into frustration. Think of this, every man is mortal and even a soul taker can be beaten. And remember, do not forget this, Benavidez is facing a puzzle that he has never ever come across before. An elite jab, elite footwork, elite boxing IQ, elite traps, elite experience, and an elite psychology of another undefeated champion. This will be the test. So that's the end of the video. Now I'm trying to build a digital boxing community. That means I'm interested in your comments, I'm interested in your questions, and I'm interested in your observations. Now, if you want to support the channel, all you have to do is like and subscribe. And if you want to watch more content like this, then click here or click here. As always, thanks for your time. It is much appreciated.